Okay, and those of you that just joined us, in the chat box, I put the URL for our Wednesday trainings, and this is coming to you from iBusiness Building Bootcamp. You can always go there to see any of our past trainings as well. They're located. If you just go there and you look on past classes, you can see some of the past classes that we did. If you happen to miss any or want to watch the replay, this one will be recorded and posted there as well. So we just have some new people joining us. We have Scott. Hey, Scott is saying hi, ladies. Hello. Not seeing the URL. So if you go into the chat, so the little chat box will blink on your dashboard, and in that box you should see, make sure I did it right, you should see the URL iBusinessBuildingBootcamp.com. Okay. All right. Alicia, are you there? Are you ready to get started?
I am Lorette. I'm just saving the latest version of the PowerPoint for you so you can download that in a minute, just so you're my backup and you've got that. Just shutting down some stuff. Okay, I just want to shut down some stuff. Here we go. Got some stuff running in the background, and we are ready to go. So I hope that you guys are excited. We're excited. We're excited to bring this to you. Lorette and I really love talking about this topic, so we want to have some fun tonight. So we're going to use the chat box quite a bit, so get ready to be interactive and be in that chat box with us. We're also going to record this so that you can grab a copy of the recording as well. So I want to start out by saying welcome. Welcome to today's presentation. This is a presentation that's part of Deal Site Profits, but we're calling this Deal Site List Building because all we're focusing on tonight is how to build a list using Groupon, Living Social, the deal sites, and then for those of you that are not familiar with our program, Deal Site Profits, we're going to teach you how we leverage daily deal sites to do other things as well, and how we're also making money off of daily deal sites. And then at the very end, for those of you that aren't familiar with our program, we'll tell you more about our program, and if you want to continue to work with us, you can. But we're gonna be quick, fast. There's a lot of information to cover here, but it's exciting stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and dig right in and have some fun. If you need anything, we've got Josh and Tina in our team in the chat box, as well as me and Lorette. So we'll be in that chat box and looking forward to you guys posting there. So if you guys are ready for us to dig in, just type ready in that chat box because I'm ready to go. Lorette, your audio sounds good too. You ready to go? And now it looks like I lost Lorette. But all right, I'm going to keep...
Did you say my audio sounds good? I was muted. I am ready to go.
All right, so let's get started. So what are we going to be talking about here? We're going to talk about exactly how to build lists for local businesses and get paid big bucks for doing it. Now, there's a big problem, and here's the problem. And the problem is that in order to build lists and do internet marketing, it can become so overwhelming, right? We're overwhelmed with having to learn all these different techniques, list building techniques, and paid traffic and free traffic, and how to do it ourselves, and PPC and SEO. But with the strategy that we're going to teach you today, you don't need to know how to do any of that stuff. You're not going to need to know how to get in Google, Bing, Yahoo, no PPC, no SEO. If you don't know what that is, better off. You know, we're not going to ask you to build your own customer list and mail your own customer list. We're going to show you how you can build a list by leveraging someone else's. We're not going to tell you that you have to drive traffic to an offer. We're not going to ask you to do any social media marketing, no advertising. You don't need any technical skills. In fact, you're not going to need any experience at all. Because what we're talking about tonight is leverage. What is the best way to get new customers? It's leverage. So why don't we leverage the traffic of others and get instant profits? So this is me and my sister Lorette. That's me in the red and Lorette in the black top. And you heard from Lorette in the beginning, and you're going to hear from her again in just a few minutes. So we have been working together side by side in internet marketing since, I don't know, Lorette, how long? Since 2003 we've been working together. Now, I started off in internet marketing in 2000, in just the year 2000. So January of 2000, I started off in internet marketing. And Lorette, I'm just asking you to mute out. If you can mute out Josh for me, that would be good. So I started off back in the year 2000, and I started off with my ex-husband. And we were making great money in internet marketing. We were doing great, but the relationship wasn't. So there became a time where I had to get out of that relationship. I had to leave everything behind. And then leaving everything behind, that meant I left behind the customer list, the database, the companies, the money, and I had to start all over again. And for those of you that have had to start over in business, you know that it's not easy. In business, in a relationship. Anyway, I had to start over, and I'm telling you my story because it lays the foundation for how we got started in this business. So in starting over, my sister bought me a resort stay at this beautiful resort in Jamaica. So there's just a screenshot of that resort. And so as I was at the resort owners wanted more business. Lorette and I offered to do some internet marketing for them, the traditional stuff, the SEO. They were seeing results, but nothing exciting. And then one day Lorette and I had an idea, and we said, why don't we put this business on a daily deal site? Why don't we put it on Living Social? So we did. We put it on Living Social, and let's talk about the results. The business absolutely loved it, but the customers that bought the deal to go to this resort, they were excited. They bought a really great deal. The business was excited because they got a big, I'm going to tell you how much in a minute, but they got a big check from the deal site 15 days after the deal had ran. And Lorette and I were excited because we looked at the website traffic and we saw that the traffic spiked during the time that we were doing the daily deal. And you'll see this traffic map right here, you'll see that spike in the middle right there, off to the right, and that's the first time we ran the deal. And the spike that's going on again at the end, we ran the deal a second time. So before we talk too much about the traffic the website generated and we get into all the list building stuff, let's talk about the money. So how much money did the resort make? So again, I said we took a resort, we ran them on a daily deal site, and the daily deal site collected the money and then paid the resort their share, which was $22,870. So for a 6-day marketing strategy, this resort, I say resort loosely because they really only had 2 cabins that people could stay in. So it was very, very small. They could really only take 2 families or 2 couples at a time. So it's almost like a bed and breakfast, but be careful with your wording here. They call it a resort. So they pocketed $22,000 over 6 days, which for them was 47 new bookings, and they had never gotten that much money in such a short period of time for the resort. Of course not. It was a great deal for them, and we told them just pay us based on performance. So we made $2,287. So Lorette and I are sitting around thinking for a minute, this strategy worked. It was fun. The business liked it. The buyers liked it. We got paid. It was easy to do. Let's do it again. So we did it again. This time the resort, $38,000, which was 79 new bookings for them. And we made $3,844, 10% of what the resort owner pocketed. They're excited. We're excited. So the first time we did it, it took about 2 hours to put it together, and we made $2,287. The second time, it was just an email saying, the deal we ran, let's run it again, let's put these 2 changes in. So just 10 minutes of an email, email going out, a little bit of emailing back and forth, made close to $4,000. So that's a total of $6,000 off of one really small client the first time we did this. So then I started to think, wow, this is a really great strategy. And I called Greg Caesar, who's our business partner now, and he told us that he has never been able to pull results like that for a client so quickly. So as a local business marketer, he's been working with local businesses since 1997, but he'd never been able to make them $22,000, $38,000 6-day marketing strategy that they didn't have to pay anything up front to run. So he told us to drop everything and focus on this strategy, and we did. Now this is a strategy that we do each and every day. We have deals running live on deal sites right now. For those of you that are here because of the Facebook event, you saw that I posted this morning that one of our deals just went live this morning, and we were really excited about it. So we're doing deals for all sorts of local businesses, online businesses. We've done membership sites, resort shuttle services, restaurants, parties, events, tours, you name it, we've done it, and it's our business. This is the business that we do each and every day now. And what we realized when we did this is that yes, doing the deal brought the business some great income. It helped them to grow their business. In fact, the first 3 businesses that we worked with, they used the money from the daily deal to expand their business. They added on buildings. All 3 of them added on physical structures using the money from the daily deal sites. We also saw that it brought the businesses new buyers, new clients they were really excited about. But the business website had a huge spike in traffic, which was an unexpected benefit. It's not something me and Lorette thought about beforehand. We didn't think about the fact that this would happen, but the traffic spike was amazing. In fact, on the first client we did it with, Lorette calculated a 2,000% spike in traffic. 2,000% spike in traffic. And for those of you who do anything with SEO or drive traffic to clients' websites, you know the power of driving traffic to a client's website and what that can do for SEO. So Lorette and I started to think about the daily deal site trend, and we said, all right, you know, we know that when you're successful in marketing, you don't create a trend, you find a trend, and not just any trend, but you find a growing trend. And so that's what we've done with daily deal sites. They're a growing trend. But first, so I know, how much to explain in this presentation, I want to know if you guys know what a deal site is. If you know what a deal site is, just type in a deal site. Give me an example of a deal site that you know. Type it in that chat box for me. Any deal site that you know, type it in. Let's see if you guys know about a deal site. And if you don't know any, put don't know, so that I also know if there's anybody on that has never heard of a daily deal site before, and I can explain a little better. All right, you guys have got it. A lot of you are typing in daily deal sites. Let me see who was the first. Who's the fastest here? Megan said
yeah, we do. We've got a lot of people that, yeah. Groupon, Living Social, we've got some Deal Chicken. We have quite a few people also who don't know deal sites. Then we have, like Asha says she loves deal sites, and people, spending some money on them. So we've got a mixed bag here of people that know it, love it, and want to know more.
So let me see, going off of Asha and how much she loves deal sites, how many of you have spent money on deal sites? Give me some numbers. How much have you spent on deal sites, Asha? Right? Some people have probably bought their last vacation on a deal site, or maybe a restaurant. Maybe you spend a few $100s a month on a deal site. So, let's see. Mark says he spent money. Cecilia, a couple hundred. Pamela says $100 many times. D, $100. Dana Lorette says, OMG, too much to count. So we can see that quite a few of you have spent some money, and some big money, too much to count, on daily deal sites. So let me just stop right here and explain what a daily deal site is. A daily deal site is a website that has special offers from local businesses, online businesses, resorts, travels, and what they do is a local business or any business is on this daily deal site with a special offer, and the deal site spends a lot of money growing their list and their traffic, and then what they do, and I'll show you a lot of examples, but what they do is they promote this special offer to their database, and they make money. So people buy the special offer from them, and then they, in essence, buy it from the business. So let's keep moving. I know a lot of you, it seems like a lot of you are familiar with daily deal sites, and I talked to just a few people today who weren't familiar with them, but they joined the list so they could find out more. So Living Social's list has definitely grown today thanks to us and some of the people I was talking to today. So what is a deal site? A lot of you said Groupon, a lot of you said Living Social. There's a bunch of different deal sites out there, but do you know who the dog is in the deal site business? Who is number one? Who's the one with the biggest list and that makes the most money? Okay, Rich said it first. It's Groupon. You're right, Rich. Groupon has over 150 million subscribers. They're growing at millions of subscribers per year, and it's one of the most popular websites in the world. Now, let's see who knows what number 2 is. What's number 2? Who knows? Okay, is that Mark that said it? Number 2 is deal site. The number 2 deal site is Living Social. And this number, I need to update it because I was just reading today that now they have over 70 million subscribers, and they're recognized as one of the fastest growing websites in the world. Wow. And I love Living Social. It's definitely one of our favorites. So again, as we're talking about deal sites and leveraging the power of deal sites, remember, you don't need to generate traffic or use social media. You don't need any advertising or technical skills. And I'm going to show you examples of deals as they're written up, but you don't need to do any of the writing. The deal sites have copywriters. They put your deal together. You don't need to do any SEOs, a marketing plan, and I'm definitely not going to tell you to budget. You don't need to budget for anything. So how do you fit in this business model? So you've got a business and you've got a deal site, and you fit in the middle, connecting the business and the deal site, and you're taking a percentage of the deal for connecting the two. You are a connector, and a connector is someone who brings people or companies together and collects a fee or commission when a deal or agreement between two or more parties is completed. It's like being a real estate agent. A real estate agent has a client, they represent their best interest, but they bring two parties together and they take a percentage for making that deal happen. So when it comes time to put a business on a deal site, right, the deal sites don't charge anything up front. They keep a percentage, so it's all based on performance. Like they keep a percentage of the back end of the monies collected, but they don't charge anything up front. And we don't charge anything up front either. We are based on performance, so we take a percentage on the back end. We'll talk about that further along in the presentation, but this is how it works. You go up to a business and you say, Mr. Business Person, I want to give you more customers and make you a lot more money. And then they say, well, how much is this going to cost me? And you say, it's not going to cost you anything up front. I only make money when you make money. It's all based on performance. And they say, what? Tell me more. Let's definitely dig into this. So again, going back to the trends and the deal site trend, how do you make money in this? Well, to make money, you need to find a growing trend. Like this is one of the real keys to making money in a market. Find a growing trend. And for you, that trend is the deal sites, the deal site trend. And then 2, find a trend that solves a problem. So let me ask you this. Knowing the state of the economy and how everything is all over the world right now, what's the #1 problem that businesses face? So if you were to ask a business, a small business, a restaurant, what's their #1 problem? What are they going to tell you? Type that in the chat box. What are they going to tell you? Veronica says customers. LaShawn says customers. Yes. George says leads. Clients, customers. Looks like everybody's saying the same thing. Clients, customers, and you guys are right. Businesses need more customers, and they don't have the advertising dollars to spend anymore. You know, every penny counts. So the deal site trend really solves that problem. They help businesses by bringing them more customers and more money and more leads and more traffic. All right. What happens during the deal that puts more money in your pocket and in the businesses? I'm going to turn it over to Lorette to take it away for us on this one.
All right. Okay, so you have a deal up and running. So the question that Alicia has up here on the screen, there's something that happens during the deal that people don't really pay attention, especially the business owners. The business owners have no idea how to capitalize on this. So if you remember at the beginning, we talked about when we put one of the resorts that we were working with on the deal site. So you remember that surge of traffic that happened to the site? Alicia, you there? Alicia moving the slides and she quit on me.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Hang on.
Can you move the slide?
Yep.
All right. So remember the surge of traffic that happened at the beginning. So if you can see the screenshot right here, it shows a surge of traffic that was with the specific resort that we're working with. And you can see this is where we had that 2,000% increase in traffic. I mean, it went from having like nobody going, then the deal ran, and you can see that huge spike. So you can see that huge spike, and then you can see it spiked again because that's the second time that we ran it. So when we first did this, we didn't realize the power of the amount of traffic that was coming there. So we said next time we do this, we're definitely going to take advantage of that. Because remember, we're always thinking as marketers. So what we did is that we thought of two ways to capture all of this traffic that is now coming to the site. The first is the opt-in. So the opt-in is when we're capturing targeted buyer leads. So you all know how important that opt-in is, especially those internet marketers on this call. So the first one is capturing the opt-ins, and the second one is capturing the new buyers. So capturing all the contact details of the buyers. Now, many people think that the deal sites give you all of that information of people that purchased your product or purchased from the deal site, but you'd be surprised that they don't. And we're going to talk about how you can overcome that in the next few slides. So let's start right now with the opt-in. So the opt-in, what we did here is we took advantage of the spike of targeted traffic that's flooding the website for the entire run date. So now you can see, so when a deal is running, the thing that people don't know is that in the opportunity to put the URL of the business in the actual deal. So if you were, for example, going to go get a resort off of the deal, and you're going to click on that because you want to go to the website to check out the resort. You want to see what it looks like. You want to see the pictures. So you're getting traffic coming to that resort. You can see on this screenshot right there is where the link is that people click on and go to the website. So that's targeted traffic right there. And this is archives.com. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but they run on deal sites quite a lot and do very well. So if you click on that link, the page that it takes you to, they have an opt-in that actually pops up on their screen. And their opt-in right here, you enter in your information, your first name, your last name, and you do a search right there, and you're now in their funnel. So even if you buy the deal or not, they captured your information. So you can see that is how they're growing their list. So with that in mind, we said when we do our next deal, we need to do the same thing. We need to make sure that we're capturing this information and growing the list of the business. So here's an example of a deal that we ran. This is a resort, Sea Star Inn, and it is in Jamaica. And right there you can see in the middle of the description is the link that people can click on to go see the website. So if you clicked on that link, it took you to the website, and this is what the website looks like. On the website there is an opt-in. So actually we set it up with this great plugin, and it gives a 4-second delay, and then this opt-in pops up. With this opt-in, people can enter their name and email to enter to win a 3-night stay at the resort. Now we know people want to come there because that's why they're looking at this page in the first place, because they're interested in going on a vacation to Jamaica. They clicked on it and came to the site. They entered in their information. Okay, so after they entered in their information, you can see here are the results. You can see we had 495 people subscribed to that opt-in. And this resort went from 0. They didn't even know what a list was, an email list was. So they went from 0 to 495 subscribers just from running this deal on the deal site. So if you go to the next screen, you'll see that there was a huge spike in traffic. So you see that huge spike. What do you think happened that day? That's when the deal launched, right? That is when the deal launched. You can see that huge spike in traffic. And then you can see it, kind of slow down. but still, we capitalized on that traffic that came. So with that in mind, how much did it cost for C-Star Inn? This is the resort that ran the deal. How much did it cost for them to build this list of 500 targeted buyer leads? How much did it cost? Let's see if anybody knows. How much did it cost them to run this deal?
Yeah. You should have everybody
there
put
you
it
go.
in the chat box there. Everybody's saying
yeah,
zero. They're right.
Exactly, zero. And if you internet marketers know about buying traffic, traffic can be expensive, especially buying targeted traffic. When you're running these deals and you have this opportunity to grow these lists, just like C-Star Inn, it cost them zero. David says not a penny. Exactly. Now, we did this again with another resort that we were working with. This resort is Little Bay Cabins, and you can see there's a spike in traffic as well. So with that spike right there, you can see it started, you know, it was flat, and then it gave a little bit of spike, a little bit, then a big spike, and then it went down a little. What do you think happened on that day that it had a huge spike? That's the day that they sent out their email blast to everybody announcing that this deal was running. So that was a huge surge to the website as well. So now right here is the results we got from collecting these opt-ins going into the email database. So once again, this business went from zero, this resort had zero, they didn't even know what it meant to collect a list and grow a list. And it went from zero to 1,185 targeted subscribers now on their email list. And for those internet marketers, you know the money is in the list, and you're helping them grow this list absolutely free.
And
now, this next screen, we're going to go ahead.
Just stopping you right there. So if people think about this, they made money, and Jean Luc was saying that, and they made money too. So they built a list and made money. But even if they didn't make any money on the deal, right, how much would you pay to grow your list? People would spend money to grow a list, but this is a completely free way to grow a list. So it cost them nothing to do this, and yes, they made money, but what if they made no sales? I mean, we haven't had a deal that hasn't made any sales, but even if they made no sales but still built a list like this, it would be very powerful. And I know you're going to get into the dollars and why this is so powerful, but I can see that a lot of internet marketers that are in the chat box are getting really excited about this.
And they're getting excited because they know the power of growing a list and what that means and what that can mean to a business, especially a business that never ever had a list. You know, going from no list to having a list of targeted subscribers is a huge deal. And you can see right here, 0 to 1,185 targeted subscribers. And then so now with these subscribers, if you go to this next slide here, you can see we sent out some emails. So now we've got people on our list that are interested in a deal going to Jamaica. So what we do now is that we email this list, right? Because we've got a list of targeted people. We know what they're interested in. So with that in mind, we're sending them reminders about the deal. Okay, so here you can see this first one. It says amazing deal. And you can see we had a 73% open rate. Now, that's exciting. For those of you that have anything that has to do with email marketing, sending out emails, an open rate like that is amazing. Because look at the bottom. It says an average open rate in the travel and leisure industry, which, because this is resorts and traveling, is between 10 and 16%. So having a 73% open rate, if you look at the next three, 73%, the next one's 52, the next one's 40, I think it's 45. I was upset with that 45 because I was expecting, a 73. So our lowest one was 45%. That's unheard of. And the reason why it's so important is because the more people that open your email, that means more dollars and more opportunity for more money in your pocket. If you're sending out emails and nobody's opening them, then it's wasting your time. But this is so targeted that people want to read it and want to open it. So here are some of the results. Okay, so what we did is, we sent out these emails. You saw those emails that we sent out, the 73% open rate and so forth. What we did is that we actually mailed it out as an affiliate. So this is something that we call our double dip method. This is something that we go into depth in the program, but basically you're promoting it as an affiliate. And you can see right here we made 11 sales by sending it out to this list that we just collected. Now these 11 sales weren't going to buy. They forgot about it, or they maybe were going to do it some other time, but we captured these targeted leads, emailed them, and they purchased. And at the same time, we also earned some extra commission while we were doing that. So that is just an example right there of how powerful it is to have this list. And another thing about it is that you have, when you're working with these affiliate programs, they have a cookie in place. For those of you that don't know what a cookie is, that means when you click on somebody's affiliate link, it drops a cookie on your computer, meaning that anything that you purchase, for this example, it's 30 days. For the next 30 days, if that person purchases anything on Living Social, you get credit for it. So not only are you getting credit for the sale because you get a percentage, you've worked out with the business, you're also getting money from being an affiliate, and you're also getting money from just random sales that are coming to the website. So with this specific example, we made an additional $454 in additional profit. Now that's not $1 million, but this is from one client, and all we did was send out emails to a list of people that are already interested. So I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty exciting stuff right there. So what else can you do with this targeted, with your list of targeted potential buyers? So that's the next question. What else can you do with this list? Well, the answer for that is pretty easy because now you can mail a special offer and take the percentage that the deal site would have taken. Okay, so now with that in mind, we're going to show you that's exactly what we did. And here are some of our results. So what we did is we sent, and remember, we took the deal site out of the equation. So we've now got a list of targeted buyers. The deal is finished. You know, some people bought it, and then there's a lot of people on the list that didn't buy it. So now we have the opportunity to send them an offer. So here we sent these 4 different emails, and you can see the open rates are 41%, and you know the lowest one was 20%, which is still good because the average is 10 to 16. So we're still getting some good open rates there, and what we're doing here is promoting the offer to the list without even using the deal site. So now with that in mind, instead of collecting 10% of the deal, because that's what we set up with the working with the business, we're now collecting 30% because there's no deal site involved. It's just you, the business owner, and a list of targeted potential buyers. So with that in mind, when we did this example too, Little Bay Cabins that we're working with, here's a screenshot of the sale that we made. So with this list of buyers, the business collected $1,600, and we collected, because of 30%, we collected $481. Now, like once I said, this is not $1 million, but remember, this is one client, one client. Just imagine if you had more clients. You know, we talk about, you know, all you need for this business, which we're going to talk about to have a 6-figure business, is to have 16 clients. And this is just from one. So one client, you know, sending out 4 emails and making an extra $480 by doing this list strategy. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the buyers.
Everybody is so excited about it. So James was like, 73%, that's insane. And everybody's asking questions, and we do have some questions coming in. Keep typing in your questions, and we'll get to the question at the end of the presentation, just because we might cover it already in the presentation. So you can go ahead and keep typing them in, but Lorette and I will get to the questions at the end of the presentation. Awesome. Keep going, Lorette.
All right. So we talked about the first part of the list building is capturing the opt-ins, capturing the people that are potential buyers just surfing to your website. So that's the first part of the list building. Now we're going to go to the second part of the list building, and this is the buyers, the people that actually purchased the deal. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the buyers. So when somebody purchases the deal, you are going to have access to the back office. You know, that's just a general, when you can log in and you see how many sales you made and all that information. The only thing that these deal sites is they don't give you the contact details of the person who bought the deal. Now, of course, if it's a physical product and has to be shipped, then they will provide the information. But most of the products and services that are sold on these deal sites aren't physical that need to be shipped. So this is an example right here of a deal that we ran, and you can see this is an example of what they give you. It gives you the name of the person, so it would say Lorette Little, but that's it. No way to contact me, just my name. Now, as an internet marketer, just as a marketer in general, that does absolutely nothing for me. What can I do with a name if I have no contact information? And this is what Living Social gives you. Now, Groupon is actually even worse. Groupon doesn't even give you a name. Groupon gives you a number. Everybody's a number. There's not even any names attached to it. And you'll see that in this next screen, that they don't give you any contact details. So you're actually just a number. So this is an example of, we worked with a deal site called Mad Deal, and we worked with a company called Fun Promotional Products, and they sell promotional items. Now, what we wanted to do is we needed a way to capture all these buyers, because remember, we're not given any of their information. So what we do is you create a voucher redemption page or a voucher registration page. And this is an example of what one looks like. Now, in our program, we talk about how to integrate it, how to get people to this page, but you understand how important it is to collect this information, because you don't get this information. And business owners, of course, don't know about this. They don't know about how to collect information and how important it is. And we also show you in the program, if they don't go to the website, how else you can capture their information when they physically come to the business location as well. Here's an example right here of a registration page that we created for a restaurant. So people can come and register their voucher after they've purchased it, and now you have all your buyers in a database. Now the next question is, well, what kind of things do you put on these forms? Well, you can put the voucher number on the form. You put the full contact details of the buyer, because you want to be able to contact them. You can ask them for a physical address as well. You can maybe send them a postcard, send them something in the mail. And this last part is actually pretty neat. You can put on the form anything that you want. So let's say you're selling something, for pets, something, pet wellness exam. And on this form, you're going to ask them, well, what's your dog's name? They're going to say Rover. What's your dog's birthday? Then you can put in the birthday of the dog. And then on the birthday of the dog, you can send them specific things. So you can get as targeted as you want with this information. So what else can you do with this list of buyers that you have? I want you to type in the box, what can you do? You now have a list of people that have purchased from this business. So let's say they just purchased a pet wellness exam. What else can you do with this list of buyers? What can you send them? Great. We've got people saying send them coupons to come back. Exactly.
David said ask them for referrals. Yeah.
Offer them other things. Yep. Send them discounts, reminders, appointments, other offers, cross-sell, upsell, resell, similar products, surveys, send other deals next time. Definitely. You guys are definitely getting it. So this is so much, you now have an opportunity to collect even more money, even grow that list. And, this next slide, I put this in, is because Alicia and I purchase a lot of vouchers. We do a lot of Groupons and Living Social. We get a lot of them. But Alicia, we do it for market research, am I right?
That's right, market research.
It's all for business purposes, market research. But with the vouchers that we bought, when we started buying them, this is when we were putting together the whole Deal Site Profits program. We weren't getting any follow-ups. Like, we'd purchase something and we'd never hear from them again. They just disappeared. Now, we purchased these earrings online. So how much did they sell, Alicia? Over 100,000 earrings?
Yeah, they said that they sold between 100,000 and 200,000. They wouldn't tell us the exact number. Groupon wouldn't tell us,
Yeah.
but yeah.
And so we ordered these earrings, and the earrings came in the mail, and it was just earrings in a box. There was no flyers. There was nothing to talk about their website. I never got an email again from them saying other discounts. I got nothing. They just got 100,000 buyers, over 100,000 buyers, and did nothing to try to get any more money out of me or to do anything else to have me become a regular buyer. Okay, so think about the places that you've been to. Have they followed up? I bet you they haven't. And if they did, it was probably one out of many that actually did. Now, Alicia, you remember we've gone to a lot, and I had one business that ever followed up with me to become a regular client.
Not
and just
one.
like Michael is saying here,
I was gonna
Michael is saying here
the
that,
same thing.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the same thing, that Michael hit the nail on the head. He said they are not marketers, and that is so true. Businesses are not marketers. That's why they need us. That's why they need you, because everybody here knew what to do. They said upsell, cross-sell, email them, like, duh, email them. But it's funny because when we first start working with businesses and we're like, what kind of database do you have? And how can we, let's talk about sending out automatic emails, and they're blown away by it. They haven't even started to collect their database. So it's true, they're not marketers. They definitely aren't. But that's why we as marketers, when we start working with businesses and connecting them with deal sites, we can truly help them leverage the power of these daily deal sites. So I think everybody just got a big aha moment with what Lorette was talking about here, right? So businesses, they could go to a deal site and try to get on a deal site by themselves, but would they truly be able to leverage the power of a daily deal site without someone with some marketing knowledge, just a little bit of marketing knowledge to help them, right? So there we go, got it.
And Alicia, to go along with this, I hope you guys are realizing how important you are as a marketer to a business that wants a deal site. A lot of people say, well, why does business owner just do it themselves? Why do they need you? Hopefully you can see now why they need you. They don't know any of this stuff. You guys do. You guys are their golden ticket to making something like this profitable. People ask, well, how are they going to make any money on these deals? They've got to do all these discounts. Well, because they're not thinking as marketers, and you guys are. That's why they need you. So now we're going to talk about the steps on how you can actually get started. Alicia, take it away.
All right, I will. So for those of you who haven't seen our deal site presentation before, what we're going to teach you now are the 3 simple steps for getting started in this business. So the first step is finding businesses. The second is structuring a deal. And the third is finding deal sites. So for a lot of you, this is going to be the easiest part, finding businesses, because here's the criteria of a business that needs to go on a deal site. So the criteria is that the business has to want, 1, to make more money, 2, to get new buyers and new customers in their door, 3, to have new targeted qualified leads, 4, to get more exposure, more brand exposure, and 5, to get targeted traffic to their website and in their retail store. And these could be local businesses, online businesses, international businesses, product-based businesses, service businesses. I'll show you some examples in just a few minutes, but I want you to take a minute to think about what businesses you know, right? You guys are shopping somewhere, eating somewhere, vacationing somewhere. Think about what businesses you know that meet that criteria and would be great to run on a daily deal site, and type it into that question box for me. I want to see what you guys are thinking of and some businesses that you might know that would be great. Maybe it's a specific business that you know, or maybe it's a niche like restaurants. But type it in that question box for me. Asha says her stylist. Michael says a pool shop. You know, great. Online jewelry business, great. Alita is typing in a bunch of things. Restaurants, you guys are right. Pet supplies, nail salons, resorts, holiday accommodations, roofers, hairdressers, all of that. You guys are right. Fitness instructors, we did one with our Zumba instructor. Lorette was talking about her today. Motorcyclist, accessories. Yes, you guys have got it. You guys know a lot of businesses that would be perfect to run on daily deal sites. Now, let's look at this example right here, and we like to talk about Jared's deal because it makes a lot of sense. And we have a Facebook group for our students, and Lorette's just congratulating Jared, but listen to this story. Jared's handyman came in his house to do some work on his house, and as he was working, Jared's like, "Whoa, Mr. Handyman, do you want more clients?" And of course the handyman said, "Of course, Jared." And Jared said, "I can bring you more clients." And so the handyman and Jared worked together, structured a deal, and then Jared communicated with Groupon to get the handyman on Groupon. So it could be someone that you're spending money with already, right? Somebody you're hiring to do something for you. Now, Scott's first deal, what Scott did, and I love what Scott did, was he picked up the phone and he just called resorts. And he's in Australia, and he said, "Hey, do you guys need more customers? That's what I do. I can bring you more customers." Of course, the resort said yes. And here's just Scott talking about how he sold deals overnight. He made $320 per every 8 deals that sold, and he was just really excited about it. You can see this time he sold 34 with this resort. I didn't do the calculations, but he did pretty well for just connecting them. This time he sold 19 deals with this resort. Again, he did pretty well just for connecting the resort with a deal site. So using Jared's example of using a business that you already know, spending money with, or Scott's example of just picking up a phone and finding a business, it's finding businesses, which is step number 1, is not that difficult, right? So again, you know what the criteria is to find the perfect business to run on a deal site. So now let's talk about structuring a really good deal. So those of you that have bought and spent money on deal sites like Asha, you know that you spend money when you see a really good deal. And the deals have a limited time offer, and they're 50% off or 38% off or 92% off, whatever it is. It's a really good deal for a limited time, and you've got to jump in now. So what makes a deal a good deal, right? You really have to think about that when you're doing a deal for your client. But here's what we do. We use past successful deals to structure new ones. What we did was we put all of our deals together in a book. We called it our Big Book of Deals, so that anytime we need to look for a past successful deal, we can just refer back to our book. So if we wanted to find a deal for a landscaper, we flip to the landscaper section in the book, and we can look at the good deals that have run for landscapers. We call it our Big Book of Deals. We use it, and our students use it as well. But what you need to remember is that you need to find past successful deals to structure new ones. Structuring a deal can make or break you. You have to structure a deal for the biggest profits, and look, businesses don't know how to do it. You need to structure a deal so that it's a win-win for all parties. Again, business owners don't know how to structure a deal properly. Business owners are business owners. We've already established that they're not marketers, right, Michael? Just like Michael said, they're not marketers. Deal sites have to focus on building their business first. So you need to structure a deal that's a win-win for you and for the business owner. Think about it again like a real estate agent. You protect your customer's best interest. So Little Bay Cabins, this is just an example right here, and we structured a deal. This is just a screenshot of it, but we structured a deal for them so that the buyer had multiple options to pick when, picking what they wanted to buy off of Groupon for Little Bay Cabins, but we structured a deal that was a win for the business owner and a really good deal for the people who bought it. Now, finding deal sites. There are a ton of different deal sites out there. Local deal sites, like deal sites for Atlanta restaurants. Niche deal sites, like maybe a deal site that's just focused on moms. We ran a deal site that was we ran a membership site on a mom deal site. National deal sites, international deal sites. So there are a lot of different deal sites out there, but the key is to run your clients on as many deal sites as you can. Why? Because the more exposure the business gets, the better. So don't just run them on Groupon or Living Social. Run them on as many different deal sites as you can. And remember that some deal sites will bring in more money than others, but any additional sales, extra exposure, new clients, and new leads is, of course, always a benefit. Now, our student Aleko, I'm going to tell you her story. She was eating at an Indian restaurant in Brooklyn, New York. She loved the food, chat with the business owner, told him what she did. He said, please help me. She ran him on Living Social, then she ran him on Amazon Local, and she ran him on Groupon. I'm using her as an example because remember I said, you know, take one business and run it on as many different deal sites as you can. The first time she sold over 100 vouchers. The second time she sold close to 300 vouchers. And then she made sure that she's one of our students, so she made sure she had a voucher registration so that what is she doing? She's building a buyer list for that restaurant, right? There's the voucher registration page for that restaurant. So what I want to talk about now is if you were the connector on these deals. So let's think about, remember we talked about you've got a business and a deal site, you connect them and take a percentage of the profits. Let's talk about if you were the connector on these deals, how much you would have made. So this is a dentist, right, Eglin Dental Group, and they sold a teeth whitening package. They sold 113 packages at $149 for a grand total of $16,000. Now, if the business took 60%, and usually the deal sites will split it 50-50, the deal site gets 50, the business gets 50. We never do a 50-50 split. We were able to negotiate better rates and percentages. Anyway, let's say the business kept 60%, that's $10,000, and your percentage that you took was just 10%, that's $1,000 profit from running your dentist one time on a deal site. How many of you have dentists out there? Do you guys have everybody should be saying I do in the chat box right now. And the next time you go to your dentist, look at him or her differently, right? Look at your dentist as someone you can make money off of. In fact, I'll show you some of our students that have made money off of their dentist. And I'm going to show you where that 10% comes from a little bit later on in the presentation. So keep watching. I saw somebody ask that. Okay, so what about if you were the connector on this deal? This is a spa in a really small town. So we like to use this one as an example for those people that live in small towns. Anyway, this spa ran a deal for $134. They sold 180 vouchers, right, for a grand total of $24,120 if they kept 60%. That's over $14,000 in their pocket, and if you just took 10% of what the business owner got from the deal site, you would get $1,447.20. Let's keep moving. I love to do resort deals. Those are mine. Me and Lorette love to do resort deals. So let's look at why. So here's a resort deal. They charged $360 for their package. They sold 1,291 packages for a grand total of $464,000. Let's say the resort kept 60%. That's $278,856. And if you just took close to $28,000 for you for running this resort once, but what did I say? You're going to take this resort and run it multiple times on multiple deal sites. Are you guys seeing the money now with these examples? If you see the money, just say, I see the money in the chat box. I want to make sure that this is clear now, and through these examples, you see the money. Okay, you guys see the money. And I'm going to show you where the percentage comes from and how we calculate that when I talk about my calculator at the end of the presentation. Now, here we go. Lorette talked about this deal, and she was asking me how much they sold. And Groupon told us that we were talking to our Groupon rep on the phone, me, Lorette, and the rep on three-way, and he said that this deal sold between $100,000 and $200,000, but he wouldn't tell us the exact number. Let's say it just sold $100,000, and the package was only $9, and they made a grand total of $900,000. Well, if the jeweler kept 60%, over $500,000 in their pocket, and if you just took 10% of that, that would be $54,000 in your pocket just for running it one time on Groupon. Now, the thing about this is Lorette and I were curious, so we were one of those 100,000 and we bought this. Remember, market research. When you're in the deal site business, you're deal site marketers, you gotta buy things, right? Market research. And so what was really sad about this is when Lorette got the earrings in the mail, there was no follow-up, there was no catalog to buy anything else. In fact, I don't even think the jeweler put a business card in the envelope. Barely a return address. So they're definitely missing out on a lot of money. Us marketers look at that and we're like, oh, look at that, 100,000 new customers, and you didn't even send a flyer with the earrings. Anyway, let's talk about online businesses. So I'm going to show you these two examples. And I forgot to, I was going to do it and I forgot to do some calculations here. So I'm going to need you guys to do the calculations for me. If you've got a calculator, help me out here in the chat box. So on the left-hand side of the screen, we see craftsy.com. It's an online business, and there are videos. You can buy a video showing you how to knit a scarf, make a cake, right? Craftsy.com. So they sold a package for $20. It's just for one video course. And they sold 3,104 packages. Somebody do the math for me. Do 3,104 times $20, and let's see the total amount that this deal made for this online business. Let's see who can get it first. All right, Allison said $62,080. That's right, Allison. Divide that by 2 for me, and that's probably how much the business kept in their pocket. They probably kept about 50%, I'm guessing, in their pocket. So over $31,000. Keisha says $31,040. So as an online business selling video courses that have already been recorded, is that a nice chunk of change to make for a 6-month marketing strategy? What do you guys think? Keisha says yes, absolutely yes. So I want you guys to also think about this for online businesses. There's some criteria that they have to meet, but look in the description of the deal, and do you see on the second line, it's kind of small because of the way I copied and pasted the sides, but it has the URL for the business there too. So the online business is generating a lot of traffic and leads by people clicking on that to go check out the website. All right, let's look at the next one. Flying Photo School. This is going to really ring true for some of you, because just think about this one. It's just a 4-week online photography class that you can take these lessons at your own leisure. So for this one, for the class, they sold over 1,000 at $29. So $29,000 the deal made. Divide that by 2, and that's probably how much Flying Photo School kept in their pocket. So online deals, you'll start to see them running more and more on the major deal sites. And listen, this business is such an international business. I put Andrew on this slide to always remind me how international this business is. So I'm not going to play Andrew's video. I just put a photo of the video, a screenshot of the video. But in this video, he talks about how it took 90 minutes, and 90 minutes to put the deal together for his client. We helped him with it, and he had $700 wired into his bank account on his first deal. And so Andrew lives in Australia. His client is in South Africa, a safari in South Africa. And this first time he ran him on a deal site in America. The next time he ran him on a deal site in Australia. In this Facebook post that he made, he said he ended up having 13 deals sold. And while that might not seem like a lot, only 13, it was almost $4,000 for one deal. Plus he got new Facebook likes, a spike in traffic, inquiries are continuing to roll in. But if you look at his comments there, he says he's been offered a permanent stake in the business. And that's because businesses start to really understand your value that you bring to the table when you know how to do this kind of stuff. Now, remember I said we all have a dentist. Sandra put her dentist on a deal site, 2 different deal sites right here. Those are screenshots of that. But I want to bring attention to what Sam did. What he did is he got one of those Val packs in the mail. And, you know, like the coupons that come in the mail. and he opened it. He saw a dentist was in there. He called the dentist. Obviously, he knows the dentist is spending money advertising. So he asked the dentist, hey, do you want more clients? I can run you on a deal site. The dentist said yes, and he ran that dentist. So it's a dentist he didn't even know. So Sandra ran her dentist, but Sam ran a dentist that, you know, he just picked up the phone and called because he saw him advertising. Now, Steve, I like to use him as an example because he is doing a deal with a franchise owner. And the franchise owner said, hey, I will recommend you to the other franchise owners. That's going to be really, really big for Steve. He also said, this is an email that he wrote to Lorette, but he also said that the Living Social reps are constantly contacting him to bring them deals. And that's because these deal sites need more businesses. They need more deals. So they're going to be looking to you to bring them more deals. So he talks about how he's working with a franchise, a handyman company, a dance school, 2 restaurants, and a fancy wine shop. So good job there to Steve. Here's another example. David Medina ran his own business on a deal site. He does kickboxing and has kickboxing classes. Brilliant. Run your own businesses on a deal site if you have a business. And here's one of our students that ran a CrossFit deal. He ran it on Amazon Local, then again on Groupon. We've run gyms. We ran our personal Zumba instructor, Vanessa, on a deal site. So definitely boot camps and CrossFits and Zumba, they work well on deal sites. Our student Nick ran his sister on a deal site for her boot camp classes. Think about family members that have businesses. Our student Susan lives in Alaska, and she's running Alaskan Adventures on deal sites. I love the photos of the one on the right-hand side of the screen. So her deals are expensive, $2,100. And in this, it says that they sold out. I'm not sure how many she sold, but she talks about the fact that they sold 4 trips so far, you know, when she posted it on Facebook. So good for her. Chris has run a resort. Chris ran the resort again on a different deal site. He did a party on a deal site. He's done a restaurant on different deal sites, same restaurant on different deal sites. So, you know, you can go across multiple niches as well and run them on a deal site. So this is something that I love to talk about, and I'm going to use the example of one of our clients as a case study. Would you guys like to see a case study of Little Bay Cabins and talk about some numbers so you know what to expect when you're doing this type of business? You guys like case studies? If you do, I'm going to show you this case study on Little Bay Cabins. All right, Keisha says yes, so we'll continue, Keisha. Thank you. So the first time we ran Little Bay Cabins, we actually ran it as a launch campaign. So the first client they ever got was from a deal site. So they were launched on deal sites. Living Social and some of their other partners, they made close to $200,000 the first time it ran. Crazy. Then we did a smaller run again on Living Social, close to $30,000. We ran them on a small site called Deal Chicken, $3,000. We ran them on Groupon, a small run for $32,000. They actually went live again today, so we're running them again on a deal site today, and then after this one runs 10 days later, they'll be on another deal site. But anyway, the total collected from this business, that this business collected, over $265,000. So the consultant total, if you did this instead of us, but you didn't, but if you did this instead of us, this would be $26,000 in your pocket from one small client. So imagine if you had 10 clients a year, right? And you did just that same strategy, ran them 4 times, $265,000. What if you had 20 clients like this a year, over $500,000? So I just wanted to use a real live case study so that you guys could understand the potential. But our business partner, Greg Caesar, likes to break it down even simpler. He calls this his 16-4-4 method. So write this down on your piece of paper. I just want you to think about just making $400 profit per offer. I'm not talking about making $20,000 an offer or, you know, $4,000 an offer. Let's just talk about making $400 for every a profit for every offer you run. If you ran this business on 4 deal sites, made $400 each time, that would be $1,600. And if you ran them 4 times a year on these 4 deal sites, $6,400. All right, but what if you got 16 businesses? We were just talking about one. What if you had 16 businesses? Now you're making $102,000. Again, these are just averages and hypothetical numbers, but if you only got 16 businesses in a year, you know, you'd probably consider yourself a failure. That's like a little bit more than 1 business a month. So definitely think about doubling that number, tripling that number, and just use this 16-4-4 method as a way of looking at what you could be making in this business. And once you get in the door, to manage their deals, you can upsell these businesses on other things. Web designs, mobile apps, Google Places, social media. The deal sites are a great foot in the door strategy. Hey, show them results fast and show them results first, and then they'll come to you and say, what else do you have in your toolbox that you can help me to build my business with? That makes sense, right? So whatever else you're selling to businesses now or will be selling to them in the future, you know, they're definitely going to be looking to you to do this for them. Let's show you some examples. Brandon was working with his client, and he's doing some web design work for them, and hopefully now database management as well. Don Franklin got a client to pay him a $300 setup fee and $250 per month for CRM and email campaigns. I need to update this because his most recent client, which I think is an auto dealership, or an auto repair shop, like a mechanic shop, is paying him a $1,000 setup fee and $1,000 a month for management. Dorit, who is so lovely, she's in Jamaica, and this is one of her clients. It's a resort in Jamaica, and she redid their website for them. You can see that on the left-hand side. She actually outsourced it to somebody. We gave her the guy that would do it. She outsourced it to him. He paid her commission, so she made money on it. And then she ran them on a deal site. You can see it here, and she's going to run them on multiple other deal sites as well. C-Star and Lorette showed you that website. She showed you the opt-in page there. This is what the website looked like beforehand on the left, and what the website looked after on the right. We did their website for them. We also did Little Bay Cabins. Here's a test for you guys. Which website looks better, the one on the left or the one on the right? Let's do some voting in that chat box there. Had to get a sip of water.
You better say the one on the right.
You better say the one on the right, because everybody is saying it. Yes, we redid their website, and that website, Little Bay Cabins, that's the one on the right that I couldn't believe the one on the left is so ugly, huh, Lorette? So,
and you know, Alicia, the one thing I wanted to add on this is you'd be surprised how many businesses out there have really ugly websites or no websites at all. So this opportunity for extra income on upgrading a website or a new website is just so big to have that opportunity.
And it's easy too, because here's what the business says. Like, they're like, all right, if I'm going to run on a deal site and we're going to get all this traffic to my website, how does my website look? You go look at their website, which you've already looked at before, and you're like, wow, it really needs some work. But I can handle that for you. I have a company that I use that can redo your website for you, and they know how to make it look good for the deal sites. And so it's definitely an easy sell. It's almost like you're not selling it for them. And if they don't mention it, you can say, hey, you're going to get a lot of traffic. In fact, some of our partners have seen a 2,000% increase in traffic to a website. We need to see what your website looks like and make sure you love it. And they're going to say, I don't love it. Let's see what we can do to fix it. Then you're going to say, let's see how it looks on mobile, right? And all sorts of other things. So,
and Alicia, to add on to that, you know, the best thing about it is that you don't need to know how to learn to build websites, because we outsource all of it.
100%. Completely outsourced. I know Lorette would love to learn web design and sit there and design all day, but you know, I'm kidding, Lorette, I'm being sarcastic. So now that you guys have seen this business model, and me and Lorette have shown you what we've done, we want to know, are you guys excited about this? Because we would love for you to work with us, and we're going to tell you how we can train you so you can really copy what we do. So if you guys like it and you're ready, type yes in that chat box. Give me some love so we can continue. All right, everybody. Everybody says yes, so let's continue. We call our program Deal Site Profits. You know, the name says it all right there. And what we've done is we've put all of our training together in 10 modules. So getting started, the deal sites, research, getting businesses, right? How do you get businesses? Very important, how to structure the deal. Everybody likes module number 6, how to get paid. Preparing the business, what to do during the deal. This is where you'll find the videos on voucher redemption and how to set that up, what to do after the deal, and the rinse and repeat method, and everything is inside the website in video training with additional supplements and software to go along with that. So a really great training program that we put together. I'm very proud of it. And now I want to tell you a little bit about the list building module. We call it the double dip method. And wait till I tell you what we teach in here. So we're going to teach you what pop-up to use. So remember, Lorette showed you the website, and we use a pop-up that has a 4-second delay. Here's the thing. When you're running, you can never, ever put an opt-in page as the website that you want the deal site to send traffic to. They won't do it. So you have to know the get-arounds, how to get around it, and that's one of the things that we, to pop over actually, that's one of the things that we show when to use it. And Lorette, why don't you tell them, or do you want me to tell them about what you teach in the double dip method? Because it gets everybody really excited every time you talk about it. And I think she might be
If you want to take it, go for it, Alicia.
Okay. So Lorette really shows how to, okay, get this. Living Social, Groupon, Deal Chicken, the deal sites all have affiliate programs. So Lorette shows how to sign up for the affiliate program, how to get your link to promote the deal, but better than that, when you built that list, remember all the stuff we were talking about with list building? You can now take your affiliate link for the deal and mail it to that list so that you get paid by the deal site and paid by the business owner. Did you talk about that at all, Lorette? I think you left that out of the presentation, didn't you?
I briefly mentioned it.
You briefly mentioned it. It's pretty exciting stuff. So that's how you get paid by the deal site too. We call it double dipping because it's like, wow, you're working on the offer, you're doing the email management, getting paid for that, you're running the deal, the business is paying you for that. Now when you're promoting it to the list, you're using an affiliate link, and the deal site pays you as an affiliate. So, you know, we're internet marketers. We look at all the different ways we can make money on this, right?
We had somebody that mentioned, you know, the beauty of multiple streams of income, and that's exactly what it is. So it's not just one side getting money from the deal. We've got our hands everywhere to get as much as you can out of it.
Right. So write that down, the double dip method, and really pay attention to that when you go through the course. All right, so we have email templates. Like, what email should you be sending to the businesses? If you just want to sit at home and don't go talk to any businesses or leave your office chair, what email should you be sending out? We give you infographics and letters, flyers, and scripts to use, and PowerPoint presentations, right? We give you checklists and questionnaires and survey forms. You can have the business fill out a survey form working with you so you know everything the business needs, tracking sheets, because when you're doing a lot of deals, you want to track your progress and your money. We give you contracts. You want to make sure you get paid by the business. The business will pay you because they want you to do this again and again and again, but just for your peace of mind, you can have the contract that we prepare for you to give the business owner, right? Then we've got our deal site profits calculator. This is something that I absolutely love. It's essential. It's inside the membership site, and it's also on the iPhone and the Android. Here's what happens. So when you're working with a business owner, and I'm going to show you a video in a second, but I just want you to follow me on this. Follow me on this. The owner tells you that they want $100 in their pocket, right? So the owner says, all right, Alicia, I need $100 in my pocket for this deal. And we say, all right, got it. And then the deal site tells you what percentage they want, 20%, 45%. You work out the deal site's percentage. And then you say what percentage you want. I say I want 10%. We take anywhere between 10% and 35%. So let's say I just want 10%. What the calculator does is it spits out the amount that the deal needs to sell for. So the business owner will get that $100 they want in their pocket because you've added the amount you want on top of that $100. So the business owner wants $100 in their pocket. So what the deal site wants, you stack on top of what the business owner wants. What you want, you stack on top. So that when it's time for everybody to get paid, the business owner gets what they want, the deal site gets what they want, and you get what you want. So the people that are asking about that, this works almost all the time. In some cases, you know, you can't always use the calculator to structure a deal, but really in 95% of all cases we use it. Again, it depends on what the deal is. But for those of you who are saying, well, the business owner is already stretched, you know, 10% coming out of their pocket or what they get from the deal site, it depends on how you structure the deal. So you really need to go through our training to learn how to do that. Let me just show you a video real quick of how to use the calculator. So this is the membership site. You'll get a login to that tonight, and you're going to scroll down on the left-hand side. You're going to click on the tools, and then you're going to click on the calculator. You're going to watch the video training at the top, and then you're going to start punching in some numbers. So the deal site wants 40%. You want 10. The business owner wants 100. You click calculate, and it spits out the amount that the deal needs to run for. You click the reset button, and you calculate the deal site's percentage, your percentage, the amount the owner wants in their pocket. Click calculate, and it spits out the amount that the deal should run for. And so I actually do a whiteboard video and talk about the different numbers and that kind of stuff, but hopefully that answers the question that some of you have had about that 10%. The next thing we've got is the deal site search engine. And let me show you this really cool tool right here and what it does. Let's do it through this video. All right, so again, you log into the membership site. Today, you click on the tools section right there, and you're going to click on the search engine. You're going to watch the training video to learn how to use the search engine right there. But here's the example. Let's say that you're looking to run a deal in the United States, and you want to run it in Atlanta, Georgia. So we're going to pick Atlanta. And you want to run a restaurant deal. We're going to pick restaurant. You're going to click find deal sites. It's going to spit out all the deal sites. Oh my, look at that. It's going to spit out all the deal sites that you should run this restaurant deal on. And it's going to give you the button to submit the deal through right there in the search engine. So let's say, you know, we're just doing another, if you want to run a national deal that's a travel deal, you click on find deal sites. It spits out all the deal sites that you can run that travel deal on. This saves you time and money. You don't have to like Google to find out, you know, what the deal sites are that you should be running it on. We give it to you. We created the search engine for ourselves. It's now for you as our students. And what's the key? The key to really making good money with this is to run multiple deals on multiple deal sites. You've got to know all the deal sites to run it on. And we definitely only put the deal sites in that are worth your time. So we've gone through and sifted through that. We're constantly updating those deal sites, and it's for all over the world. If you're in Thailand, type it in. If you're in Australia, it's for you. Canada, Alaska, everything's there. Okay. So the next thing that you get is a website. So if you want to be in business and look like you're in business, you got a website. You log in, you can watch the tutorial videos on how to upload it. Everything's already done for you. You get this website, you upload it. It has a 3-part autoresponder course. It's built on WordPress. You can change it and add other services that you provide. You can add it on there. But sometimes people love to have a website, something that they can put on their business card, you know, tell people about. So you are in business immediately with this website, and you've got a great presence and a great look. It talks about everything that you do as a deal site consultant. So Today you get the step-by-step training methods, the client attraction method, business building tools, custom tools, and the credibility website, but we've got some bonuses. We've got a secret Facebook group, and in this group you can ask for help, you can participate with others, you can celebrate in other successes. It's very active every single day. There's always someone in our team in that group as well. So it's definitely priceless for you guys to be part of this group. This is something fun we created for everybody as well. We have a group called Pay It Forward, and once you have a deal that's running, you can post it in this group and tell other people to promote it for you, and they will. So Barb posted her deal, and Vina, this is just an example, Vina posted it on her Facebook page right there, so you can see that Vina's helping Barb out there. Steve ran a deal for Pop's Pizza in Las Vegas, and Lorette posted it and gave him some congratulations, and you can see people started sharing it. April did, Jillian pinned it, tweeted it, and Facebooked it. Lisa shared it. Nick shared it with some of his direct friends that are in Vegas. So it's just a nice way to give some extra attention to your deals for your clients. We've also got ongoing training every other week forever. We're in this deal site business. We love it. We're learning stuff every single day. So we've got live Q&A calls every other week. All the calls are archived, and so get on them. We'll constantly be training you. We love doing it. If you can tell, Lorette and I are passionate about this business. We love it. Our business partner, Greg, is too. So we actually look forward to doing those Q&As every other week. They're fun to do, and people look forward to being on them as well. Here's something we do as well. We call it Connect with a Rep. So if you've got a deal but you need help connecting with a rep, no problem. You fill out a form inside of our membership site and we can help you connect with a rep. Now, again, you can do it yourself through the search engine, but if you just need a little bit of extra help, I want you to know that this form is there for you. When you log into the membership site tonight, you'll see the Connect with a Rep on the left-hand side, and you can check out that form and on the information that we need so that we can help you with that. You also get a one-on-one coach. You get to work with a coach, talk about your goals, anything that you need to talk about in this business to get set up, you get a coach to do that. There's no limit on the sessions. There's no extra charge for this session. So it's something that we're really proud to offer, and our students love working with coaches. Now, here's something that we just added. I'm going to be doing a special Facebook retargeting training. Here's what I mean. So just listen for a minute and follow me. Now, remember we built a list from, Lorette showed a few different clients that we built a list from. Let's use Little Bay Cabins as the example. We've built a list of over 1,185 people so far for Little Bay Cabins. I'm going to take that list and I'm going to upload it to Facebook. And I'm going to tell Facebook, find these people, find their Facebook profiles based on their email address, and Facebook is going to find them, their email address that's connected to their Facebook account, and then Facebook, I'm going to tell Facebook, put this ad in front of them whenever they're on Facebook and follow them around. So because I've got their email addresses, I can now follow them around on Facebook. So let's say that Keisha didn't buy the Little Bay Cabins deal, but she opted in. I've got her email. I upload her to Facebook, and now I take an ad. I create an ad that is my affiliate link, of course, for the offer. And when, Keisha now sees it, she's like, oh, I didn't buy it, but it's still up. She clicks on it, buys it. You get affiliate commission, and more sales are made, which you're going to make money on as well. So I'm teaching you how to do the Facebook retargeting. I love it. Facebook has so many tools that are so cool for this business. We'll also talk about how to put that offer on Facebook and promote it on your client's Facebook page as well. So this is our course that we call Deal Site Profits. All these, the training modules, client attraction, the business building tools. I love the tools, the credibility websites, the bonuses, the mastermind, the training, the connections, the one-on-one coach, the Facebook training. But we've got another huge bonus, and this is what we call the Deal Site Marketers Association, or DSMA. What we do in the DSMA is we give you credibility. So you get to say that you're a member of the Deal Site Marketers Association. You can get, we've got mugs and t-shirts, whatever you want. You can say that you're a member of this association and leverage our credibility. You get to use our case studies and our stories as part of this association, saying this is what we've done as an association. I'm a member. You know, here are some of our case studies. This is how we help businesses. So if you feel like you need a little bit of extra credibility by being a member, you'll actually get a certificate that you can use and post on your wall or take a photo of and put on Facebook. And so the Deal Site Marketers Association, we also put your member profile on this page if you want to. It's voluntary. And when businesses search this page for Deal Site Marketers to work with, they can send you a message through our system, and our team sends that on to you. So we use this for client and list building for you as well. Now, our secret fast action bonus is our deal alert system, and what happens is deal sites call us and tell us what they need, and when they call us, we can't always fulfill it. So what we do is we send an email out to you that's an alert to say, hey, if you've got this, Living Social is looking for it, fill out this form and we'll connect you with Living Social. This is crazy, but the deal sites are calling us all the time to tell us what they need, and they like doing it because we're able to fill it thanks to you. So it's called our Deal Alert System. We've also got the Partner With Me program. So again, this is voluntary to do, but we can help you by working with you to structure the deal. We work together to handle the correspondence and negotiations with your clients and with the deal sites, and we just split the profit. So whatever the business pays you, we split it 50-50. Do you need to do this? No, you don't need to, but it's just there as a cushion for you, as an extra bonus, and that's the Partner With Me program. So you get so much in the course today, and I know a lot of you guys have been typing in, I'm ready, I'm in, and you're excited about it. So I'm going to tell you the price in just a minute, but I want you to know that we want everyone to have the opportunity to join us, so hang in all the way through, and then I'm going to answer the questions. So one of the things that Nick said is that the speed of being introduced and closing the sale with clients in the deal sites with this business model is simply amazing. I really feel like I'm able to unleash my potential with it that's been held back for so long with other types of business models that come and go quickly. We've got a great window of opportunity here and now, and you have a great window of opportunity, and if you feel the same way as Nick that you have so much potential but haven't been able to unleash it till now, I know that you're ready. You're ready to take advantage of deal site profits and to join myself, Lorette, and Greg. And you can get started today for just $378. And then 2 additional payments of $378, 30 days apart. So all the payments are 30 days apart. Lorette's going to type that link into the chat box there for me. Let's make sure it's clickable. Can you guys see that link in the chat box? Click on it for me and make sure that it's clickable. And I'll go over to the website in a few minutes as well. Hang on for me. Click on it and just type yes in the chat box if it opens up for you. I can see it, but let's make sure Lorette sends it to the entire list and not just organizers. So Allison says she can't get to it. Look in the chat box for me, guys, and click on it and make sure that it's clickable. Okay, so Santan says yes. William, Cassandra says yes. If you guys can't click on it, just let us know in the chat box. And Josh, if you can copy and paste that link for the people that need the link, just typed right in there to the question box. If you need the link, just type need link in the question box, and Josh or Tina will copy and paste it from the chat box and make sure that you get it there. So thanks for checking on that for us, guys. You'll see that there are different payment plans and different options on that page. One thing on that page that I also want you to do is there's a testimonial from one of our students, Mark, on that page. So I want you to look for the video from Mark on that page. I put it into the presentation, but the slide must have been hidden because it didn't appear. So I want you to watch that video, and after you've done watched it, after you're finished watching it, put into the chat box how much Mark said he made on his first deal. I want to see who's the first one to get that. So how much did Mark make on his first deal? You'll see that video on that page right there. GetDealSiteProfits.com/get started. Again, that's www.getdealsiteprofits.com/get started. GetDealSiteProfits.com/get started. And if you've got a question, Lorette and I are going to take a few minutes now to answer questions. So Lorette, if you want to sort through the questions and ask me them, we'll go ahead and grab those questions that you guys have. And we can also take orders by phone. So you can call us toll-free or our local number in Orlando if you can't call toll-free, and you can ask our team about other payment options, and we'll be glad to work something out with you there. So getdealsiteprofits.com/get started. And Abraham is having trouble getting to that link, so Josh or Tina, if you can help him out, that would be fantastic. And Lorette, are you still there for questions? I'm not sure if you're muted and can answer questions or not, so I'll give you a minute.
Yes, I am here.
Okay. So do you need to answer? I know you've been answering some as we've been going through as well.
Actually, first I wanted to start. We do have some Deal Site Profits members that are already currently in the program who stay with us and watch the presentation, and Mario just wanted to say that he's a member, and he was just leaving us a comment saying that you girls are great, you do everything you say and have everything you say, great support. So we appreciate that. Thank you, Mario. Frankie also said that I'm already a member, hooray. So, you know, just wanted to put that in. We're glad that you guys joined us again for this webinar.
Great, great. Catherine and Cassandra just typed in, they saw how much Mark made on his first deal. So good job, ladies, for typing that in. We appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to take a few questions right now. And what I'm going to do now is, if we haven't answered your question.
You ready to make it?
Yeah, if we haven't answered your question, type it into the chat box and we will get to it. I know Lorette, Tina, and Josh have been answering a lot, but let's go with the questions. I'm ready, Lorette.
All right. So here's a question. I'm just going to go ahead and answer. Question from Mike saying, is this good for promoting your own class? Yes, it is. We have a student right now who has a kickboxing class. He does kickboxing, I think a karate location, and he put his business on Deal Site. We also have actually a few dentists that are in our program, and they put their own business on the Deal Site as well. If you have a B2B business, there's B2B websites that you can list your deal on as well. So the answer is yes. If you have a service or company, you can put that on a Deal Site. All right, and we have a question here. Do we have a money-back guarantee? Yes, you do. If you go to that link, getdealsiteprofits.com/get started, we do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. You won't need it, though, because you're going to love the program, you're going to be making deals, and you won't want to leave. Once you join our program, you're like family. You know, we have a lot of people on this call here. Michael is another one who is part of the program. He said, you girls rock. I'm so glad I'm part of the program. So as you can see, it's a great program to be a part of, but we do have a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Great, great. Keith is asking, are there any additional fees, like for the website? Well, Keith, you put the website on your own hosting, so if you've already got hosting, add it to that. If you don't, we give you some cheap options for that, but we're not charging you for the hosting. You're getting that yourself, and Lorette tells you how to do it, so we do not charge for posting your website or anything like that.
All right.
Okay, so
we actually don't have that many questions. If you guys have any questions for us, go ahead.
Yeah. If you guys need anyone, I just see two people that just want to talk to our team about payment options. Now, Tina can call you tomorrow, so if you want to talk about payment options, you can definitely call the number that you see on the screen or just type your information into the chat box, your name, your phone number, and your email address, and Tina can call you tomorrow. So for a few of you that are asking about that, you'll see that we've got different payment options on the site, but we can also give you a call tomorrow to discuss it if that doesn't work for you. Amani says, how long have you been doing this business? Lorette and I have been doing this business now for over a year and a half. We haven't been teaching it that long, but we've been in the business longer than we've been teaching it.
More like 2 years, Alicia.
Is it 2 years already? Time flies. It's like Lorette's baby's already 7 weeks old. And I'm like, how did that happen? How did the baby get so old so fast? Is the baby 8 weeks old now, Lorette?
8 weeks, yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, so we have a question here from Mark, Alicia, saying, why would businesses want to work with you when they can connect directly with the Daily Deal site on their own? You want to take that one?
Wow, I think we've answered that like 20 times. It's because we're smarter than businesses, and so are you. No, really, Mark. It really is. We're smarter. But you offer so much more when you get to work with the business and help them structure the deal, price it right, and really be able to leverage the power of Daily Deal sites for leveraging business and all the stuff that we talked about in the presentation. When a business runs on a Daily Deal site themselves, they don't know what to do. They stuff it up. A lot of times they end up losing money. So when a business knows that they've got someone on their side, a marketer who's going to help them through the whole process and make sure everything runs smoothly, they jump over hoops to get you to work with them. So sure, a business can run on a deal site themselves. They can try to. A lot of businesses that our students work with will say, I've tried to get on Groupon or Living Social, but they don't contact me back. Well, that's because they can be snotty. They have the right to be snotty. But if you don't know what to submit to them, then they're not going to answer you back. So we created a deal site template. You fill out this template, and that helps you to really give the deal sites the information that they want. I designed this template with Living Social, and it really does give the deal sites everything that they need and want when submitting a deal. Chris says, how are Asian getaway deals selling in America? Well, Chris, I think there's a deal right now to Thailand, and there's always Asian deals. Asia is really popular. There's always something running in the Philippines, running in America, running in Canada, running in UK. See, the thing about resort deals is that they can run on deal sites all over the world. So I really recommend that when you do resort deals, they're great because they're so international. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see if you guys have any other questions. And Ryan says, time flies when you're having fun. Thanks for joining us tonight, Ryan. He's already one of our students. Ryan texted me before this. Let me see if I can find Ryan's Facebook message. He sent me a message before we started tonight, and he said he's going to be one of our best students. He's going to have a bunch of businesses by tomorrow. So we love you, Ryan and Emma. Okay, so we just have a question in the partnering. So we do partner with businesses and with our students. So as long as you're a student of Deal Site Profits and you bring us businesses and you want to partner up together, we will do it. We encourage you to do it by yourself as much as you can because we want to give you that power. And honestly, when you go through the course and you use the same tools that we use, you won't need to partner with us. But it's there for you if you want to do it. So, you know, but it just depends. Some people love doing it, like our student Chris. Most of his deals he's done with us. We've done the Partner With Me program, while a bunch of our students that have done, you know, a ton of deals have done them all by themselves. And so it's completely optional. Let's see. So Rich is asking for, is there any annual fee? No, it's a one-time payment. Once you make the payment, you don't have to pay anything additional ever. So it's just a one-time payment. There is no fee for next year. We do get that question a lot. I guess some programs do a yearly payment, but this is a one-time payment, and we're constantly updating it, and there's no charge for the updates or anything like that. And for Mark, for your question, I think you're asking about like the voucher redemption page and how we do that. We do you know, that page is a page that you'd have to add onto the website, or we teach you how to do it. And so you just need to watch Lorette's training videos to understand how to do both the opt-in method and the voucher redemption method. So yes, Rich, this is a lifetime membership. There's only one fee for updates, for ongoing training, all that great stuff. It's only one fee. Okay. So Keith says, if a business does this themselves, how would they lose money? Well, we didn't show the example in this presentation, but we often show an example of businesses that didn't structure a deal correctly. They didn't understand how much the deal site took. They didn't understand their numbers. They didn't know how much money they needed in their pocket to run a deal. To us marketers, that might sound like, what? How can the business not know that? But it happens all the time. So the deal sites, I mean, it's in headline news sometimes where you'll see that a business says they've gone out of business or done really bad from being on a deal site because they didn't know what to do. So businesses, you know, really appreciate what we bring to the table. The Partner With Me program, yes, it's only available to students in our course. And do we teach how to help businesses get repeat business with the customers? Yes, we teach it in our Q&A sessions a lot, and we also have it in the module, What to Do After the Deal. Okay. Can you start with the Light program and then upgrade? Of course. So if you're on our page looking for which option to sign up for, you can start with Light and then upgrade to Pro. Yes, you can. Frankie says, have you ever seen a deal with a nightclub? Yes, we have, Frankie. In fact, as part of our marketing research, right, our market research, I have bought nightclub tickets on a deal site and went with actually some of our students and their wives. We all went to the House of Blues for a concert, so that was quite fun. We bought it on a deal site and all went out together. All right, guys, if you want us to contact you, please put your name, your phone number, and your email address in the chat box, and Tina from our office will contact us. We'll contact you. Alvaro, if you want to just put your number and your email address in the chat box, we will contact you. Michelle says, will this work outside the U.S.? Yes, Michelle. If you remember Andrew, the example that I showed you, and Scott, we've got a lot of students in Australia and New Zealand and Asia. It works anywhere in the world. In the UK, some of our first students came from the UK. So, in fact, our first students, Lorette, none of them were from the US. We had like Australia, New Zealand, Jamaica, UK, and no Americans for a while. But it's such an international.
US was last.
US was last, right? Such an international business. Okay, let's see. Gary, yes, Pro has everything that was in that presentation. Let's see. Ryan says, can I just say to the people sitting on the fence that Alicia and Lorette are the real deal. The support is the best I've ever seen, and they make you feel like family. Ryan, thank you so much. We really appreciate that, and you are our family. We call it our Deal Site Profits family. So this is a really exciting business to be in. Lorette and I are always excited when students tell us about their deals that are running. Even when we find out a month later a student tells us about their success, we're like, wait, we didn't even know you had a deal running. That happens to us all the time, but we love to celebrate your success as well. So this is fun. It's a great one of the things that I often talk about is it's a business, it's a passion business for us. But imagine and you'll hear the stories when you're inside the course, but imagine being able to work with a business and actually help them and make an impact, because businesses need new customers right now. In fact, a lot of our clients are really struggling and they were suffering before they met us, and now they're using the deal sites as their marketing strategy for list building, for marketing, for brand exposure. Our clients have been featured in BBC Travel Magazine just from running a deal on a deal site, right? They get found and exposure. But I think the most touching stories we've had have been from the business owners that have come back, and we've interviewed them for our students, and they tell us about the impact it's made on the business, the employees that work there, the employees' families, and so it really is a great business to be in. We often talk about the fact that we're actually doing something for the economy and for small businesses, and so it's a really good business. And then as consumers, right, people need a great deal, and somebody typed this in earlier, everybody needs a deal, right? We're trying to save as much money as we can, and we're willing to take a little bit of risk and, you know, try out a new restaurant, maybe that Thai restaurant, we've never had Thai food before, or, you know, we're willing to try out different things when we get a good deal to go to a restaurant or to try out a business. So it's a great way to find your new favorite businesses. My friend Josh was telling me about how his wife literally sits down with her friends and they go through the deal sites looking for things to buy that they're going to do together. People are using the deal sites now literally as search engines. What do you do tonight? What are we going to do this weekend? Where are we going to vacation? And you go to the deal sites to look for suggestions. And so I'm a deal site shopper, and I am proud of it. All right, let's see if anybody has any other questions here.
Alicia, market research, Alicia.
Market research, yes. I mean, really, come on, think about it. You guys need to talk to your accountant about this, but if you buy this program, you're a deal site marketer, and you've put up your deal site marketer's website, right? You're in the whole deal site business. You got to do some market research to understand what's out there, what's going on. So you have to travel to the Bahamas or Jamaica or, you know, buy that deal. I don't remember what I bought this morning, but I think I bought something every day for the past 10 days. But yes, it's definitely market research. All right, let's see here. Okay, if you guys have any other questions, I think our team is typing them in the chat box. But we answer questions in a few ways. So once you're in the program, you'll see that you get to ask questions in the Facebook group. We've got a support email where you can ask questions. We've got a office telephone number, which you'll get the number to customer service, where you can call Tina and ask her a question. People ask me questions, like Ryan talks to me a lot on Facebook through just Facebook inboxing. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that we talk and communicate. Everybody's kind of got their different styles. I do lots of text messaging with students and phone calls as well. So if you've got questions, hang on to them. Go through the course. A lot of your questions are going to be answered in the course, and if you still have something lingering that you want to know about, ask it. Ask in the Facebook group. Submit a ticket. Contact us. Call Tina. Ask your questions, and we'll make sure that you get answered. So any questions that we didn't answer tonight, go through the course. You'll get your questions answered when you go through the course, and if not, then contact us, and we'll be happy to answer anything that's outstanding. All right. So again, write down our phone numbers. Give us a call. We'll work out payment plans. In fact, we've got payment plans like you guys wouldn't believe. We call our program No One Left Behind, because if you want to do this, we'll make sure that we find a way to work with you so that you can get in the program. We'll make sure. So we call it No One Left Behind. If you don't want to be left behind, you want to be in this program, put your name and your email address in that chat box or call our telephone number, and we will make sure that you're in the program. No excuses. If you want in, let us know, and we'll make sure that we find a way for you to get in. Is that fair? Right? Whether it's for pro, whether it's for light, it doesn't matter. Just put your name, number, email address, and we will call you guys. Okay. So I see you guys typing in your name and numbers. Great. Give you a few more minutes. Please type those in, and we're going to go ahead and wrap up this presentation. So we'll go ahead and leave up the slide, and we'll be on chat. I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the audio. If you guys have any other questions, ask it. Again, I see a lot of people typing their name and number and email address. We'll contact you guys tomorrow. We really look forward to working with everybody. I'm passionate about this business. I love it. I love what it does for me. I love what it does for the business owners that I work with, whether they're local, national, online, resorts. And I love what it does for the entrepreneur who wants to step into a business that has a strategy that works, right? That has a strategy that works, and training that they can jump right into and be in business almost immediately. So I'm excited about what we've put together. I'm proud of what we've put together, and I'm really excited to share it with you. You guys have given us an hour and 50 minutes of your time. We really appreciate your time. We really appreciate the ability to share our passion with you here tonight. We love you all. Thank you so much. Lorette, would you like to say anything else in closing?
I'm excited to work with it. There's a lot of people that are saying, I'm in, and I'm just really excited to work with them. I love working with the people that we already have in our program, and we're welcoming more. So looking forward to working with you. I had a lot of fun tonight. Thanks, Alicia, and we look forward to working with you and making some deals.
And Lorette, Ryan says, see you guys. We'll have results for you to share tomorrow. So we're excited for your results there. That's great.
Awesome.
Awesome. So listen, guys, tell us what you thought about this presentation. It's important to us as well. We love doing this, but we want to make sure that you loved it as well. So type into the chat box. Let us know what you thought of this presentation. And again, if you want in this program, we'll make a way for you to get in. We've got payment plans that work for you that you're not even seeing on that website. So we're looking forward to working with you guys. Let's do some deals together. Let's make some moves. Let's help some businesses. And more importantly, help your pocketbook and add some zeros to your bank account. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here with us. A big thanks to Tina and Josh on our team for being here tonight. April couldn't be here because she's doing some coaching, and our business partner, Greg, who couldn't join us either. But Lorette, thank you so much. I've had some great fun with you here tonight, and can't wait to be on that next Q&A with everybody and see them in the Facebook group tomorrow. So looking forward to working with you guys. Take care. Bye, Lorette.